Hello, good evening, lovely people. Hi, how are you? So nice to see you. Thank you again. Thank you so much for giving me your Sunday evening once again. Hi, very nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I know it's 8:30 in Iran, so people are either getting ready for dinner or maybe, they're in the middle of getting prepared for dinner, hopefully. So I really appreciate you joining very much, and the same with people in the UK and everywhere else. I know Sunday is the weekend for a lot of you, but you still give me half an hour of your weekend, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I truly hope that you are able to hopefully learn something. Hopefully it's not a waste of time, you being here. So that's the main hope anyway. Okay. Right. So as I mentioned in a story this morning, gosh, it's been a very long day. We've had our first day of a 3-day conference event. I'm here in London. You might be able to see the not so very clean Thames River behind me. And yes, it's a 3-day event. I'm here, and the reason why I'm here is because I want to become better at what I do. So as I mentioned in one of my stories, I believe that it doesn't matter how much experience somebody has in a certain area or certain skill, you can always do better. That's what I think. You can always better yourself. You can always improve, in lots and lots of different areas. So that's what I'm here for. And I hope to be able to serve you better when I get back, hopefully. Okay, very good. Right, so tonight I talked about, in the story previously, I mentioned we're going to talk a little bit about sort, okay? And I do know that there are some people who keep saying talk Farsi. Thanks for speaking English. Oh my God, what do I do? So there are sometimes some sessions I put on with Farsi as well. But I think one of the main reasons why people like to join in, and I'm so appreciative, thank you, is because they want to hear the English version, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to stick to English. I do apologize, but if, we always learn of your life. Thank you, Mahfash. Thank you very much. But if there's anybody who has a specific question, if you can DM me later, maybe we can have a little chat as well, if possible. Okay, I'm recognizing some of these names. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thanks for speaking English. Okay, we know Farsi. Yeah, I think the majority of you want to listen to my very boring accent speaking English. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it in English. It's better for me as well, right? You don't want to listen to me all the time with my Farsi, do you? Right. So we're going to talk about sort. Now, a lot of you already know that sort can be a verb. For example, we say, can you please help me sort this mail? Can you please go and sort that problem? So sort basically, maybe not a problem, but sort basically is used for when we organize something, right? To sort it, it means to organize it, maybe categorize it, put it in a specific order. Yeah, to sort it. Usually if we have a little game, for example, with kids, we might tell the kids, these are a few names. I want you to sort them alphabetically. I want you to sort these names alphabetically. So the game that we play with our kids, for example, very young kids, is I want you to tell me which word goes first. Obviously starts with A, then what word do we have, what comes next, So we're asking the child to organize the names in alphabetical order, right? So that's the meaning of sort, which means to organize something in a special order. Then, excuse me, then we've got sort the noun, which is another version of kind. Okay, somebody says, for example, I want to go get some ice cream. And I say, okay, what sort, which means what kind, yeah? In talking about ice cream, for example, it means what flavor, what kind of ice cream, what sort, what sort. So we already know the meaning of the verb sort and the meaning of the noun sort. What I want to talk about tonight are 4 other versions of sort as well, that we can either use them in idioms, we can use them as slang, or we can just use them as expressions. They're not idioms or slang. I'm going to try and talk slowly because I know there are some people who say, Layla, you're talking too fast. I do apologize. So I'm going to try and speak slowly when I give the example, just to let everybody know, first of all, I'm recording this live, as always. It's going to go on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to put the link of this recorded video from YouTube in my story, so you can watch it again, and you can get your pen and paper as well if you want it. Okay? So the first one I'm going to look at is sort, but used as an idiom, right? Let's start, right? So the first one, excuse me. Here, sort, it means you want to fix a problem. So there is an issue, there is a problem, there's something you're not happy about, and it basically it means to fix something. For example, let's say you have got, suddenly, this happens a lot, doesn't it, with lovely, lovely Iranian people. Let's say, for instance, you're sitting at home on a Sunday evening, nice, chill, relaxed, with the family, everybody's doing their own thing. Suddenly, you get a phone call, right? This family say, hi, are you in? We're just going to pop over, right? And I know a lot of very, very hospitable Iranian people, lovely, lovely people. You, not that you start panicking or anything, but obviously you want to have something prepared for these guests, right? I don't necessarily mean going in the kitchen and cooking, but you want to have something to be able to greet your guests with these kind of things and entertain your guests. So if you start getting worried, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? Somebody in the family might say, don't worry, we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out. Don't worry, just go get ready. We'll sort something out. So that's when nobody has actually given a specific solution to the problem, but they're just trying to calm you or somebody else down by saying, don't worry about it, we'll fix it. We'll fix the problem, right? So here, sort is used as an idiom, okay? So we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out. We'll sort something out. It could happen in lots of different situations, not just if you're at home expecting guests. Let's say, for instance, in a work environment, okay? Something's happened, you've got a bit of a problem, you've got a deadline, you need to hand in this report or whatever to maybe a member of your team or supervisor. There's something you've just noticed, oh my goodness, this is a big, big problem. And somebody else says, it's okay, we'll sort it out later. We'll sort it out later. Just hand the report in for now. Yes, there is a problem, but we'll fix it later, yeah? Sort something out, or we'll sort it out later. Okay. There is a lovely idiom or phrase that we use, and I don't know if you would be able to tell me the Farsi version of this. I'm going to give you the English version. I'm sure there is an equivalent in Farsi as well. So we say, these things always these things always sort themselves out. These problems, these issues, always sort themselves out. Sort themselves out. So these problems, these issues, you know, don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Over time, they'll sort themselves out. Do you have something similar to this with this kind of meaning in Farsi? If there is, I would really appreciate somebody just typing it down for me so I can see what it is, because I'm curious to know what the Farsi version of this would be. So in English, these things always sort themselves out. Don't worry, they'll sort themselves out maybe in time, or things will happen, they'll sort themselves out, yeah? Is there a Farsi version of this? In niz bigzarad, okay? حالا یه کاریش میکنیم, okay? زمان بده حل میشه. Thank you. نگران نباش, خودش حل میشه. Excuse me, how was your weekend? It's been good, thank you very much. It's been busy but good, thank you for asking. قضیه خودش حل میشه, اینم میگذره. خودشون از پس خودشون برمیان. اوکی. آره این هم بگذره. بهتر میشه. به حال خودش بذار. فکرشو نکن درست میشه. Thank you. خود به خود حل میشه. Lovely, lovely. So these things always sort themselves out. Fantastic. Thank you so much. همینجوری نمیمونه. چنان نماند. Yes. Okay. So exactly. So there's something I think in every culture, in every country that has something similar to this. This kind of message. Fantastic. Very, very good. Thank you so much for chipping in and helping. Just a pronunciation thing. And so if you're in the UK, let me just correct myself. UK and Australia. So not Canada, not America, but in UK, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, a lot of European countries, these places where they speak English, the word always, you can't hear the sound L, can you? I don't say always, I say always. Always, you just hear the sound O coming from me. So in UK, South Africa, European countries, New Zealand and Australia, the L in always isn't pronounced. That's just to let you know. That's a pronunciation thing. But US and Canada, obviously, they pronounce the L a little bit. These things always sort themselves out. So don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Don't worry about it. Very good. Are we okay so far? Figure themselves out. They sort themselves out. They figure themselves out. Usually for figure something out. Thank you. That's Puya Azizian. Thank you very much for your question. These things figure themselves out. We can't say that because to figure something out, it means you actually need to do some kind of calculation. And things, situations, problems can't do calculations themselves. People have to do the calculations, or AI or computer software or programs have to do the calculations. So we can't really use it with figure themselves out. We say sort themselves out. Okay. However, I know in America, obviously they have a different way of speaking, so they might use it in America, but not in the UK. Okay, very good. Hope that's okay. Lovely, thank you. Don't stress over it, Atafe. Yes, don't stress over it. We'll sort it out. These things sort themselves out. Don't stress over it. Fantastic, very good. Is everyone okay? Shall we move on to the next one? Can you give me a yes, thumbs up, anything just to let me know you're okay? And we'll move on to the next one. Liverpool are champion. Okay. Of course, so if everyone's okay, just let me know. Got it? Very good. Thank you for your question. Yes, everyone's okay to move on. Fantastic. Lovely. Thank you very much. I do recognize some of the names because thank you, because a lot of you, obviously, you write fantastic comments under my reels and videos, which I really appreciate. So I'm getting to know the names a little bit better. Yes, I don't think I would know you. I don't think I'd be able to recognize you on the street. So, I mean, a lot of you come up to me when you see me outside, and it really makes my day, really makes me happy. When you see me come up to me in restaurants, IKEA, at Tesco, Sainsbury's, wherever you've seen me, you come up to me and say, hi, Layla from Instagram. It really makes me happy. Thank you. So if I don't recognize you, I'm so sorry. It's obviously because I haven't seen you. But if you give me your name, sometimes I might think, oh yeah, I know that name. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Now, I sometimes say this. I think all of us at one point say this next one because we're only human, right? We're only human. You know, sometimes when you're in a mood, when I say you're in a mood, it usually means you're in a bad mood or you're in a funny kind of mood. Maybe on the way to work that day, I don't know, you got into a bit of a fight with the bus driver, right? Maybe on the way to work, you had a little issue with another driver. Maybe you had a little bit of an argument or disagreement with a family member. I don't know. Something happened that has put you in a bit of a bad mood. Okay. And so when you get to work, or when, you know, other people want to talk to you, you want to kind of like give them a very friendly, gentle warning. You want to say to them, look, can you talk to me a bit later, for example, or I'm in a bit of a funny mood. Yeah. So that's basically what we want to try and say. We're going to use the word sort again. Sorry, I'm in that sort of mood. Sorry, I'm in that sort of mood. That, it means not a very good mood. Sorry, I'm in that sort of mood. Ignore me. Ignore me. And we'll say this, for example, if we've just been a bit maybe inappropriate with somebody. We've risen our voice, for example, or we've said something that was unprofessional, and then we say, I'm so sorry, ignore me. Ignore me. I'm just in that sort of mood. Yeah, unfortunately. And as soon as you say that in English speaking countries, and I think anywhere in the world, as soon as you say that, people understand, and they will not get confrontational. They won't say, whoa, what's going on? Calm down. They'll understand you're only human. So they will give you a little bit of space, hopefully, right? For example, you might want to go and talk to somebody, maybe someone at work. You want to talk to them about a raise. You want to talk to them about an issue with your paycheck. You want to talk to them about something. It could even be, you know, not necessarily at work, anybody else. And a friend of yours says, no. Don't go and say anything now. That person is in a bit of a mood, yeah? So we're going to use the word sort again. I'd leave it. So if you want to go talk to the boss right now, I would leave it. If I were you, I'd leave it. I wouldn't talk to the boss right now. I'd leave it. He's in that sort of mood, or she's in that sort of mood. So you want to go and talk to Mr. or Mrs. X. That's fine, but you might want to leave it for 5-10 minutes. Because I know Mr. or Mrs. X is in that sort of mood. If you go and ask for a raise right now, chances are he or she will just say no. And you don't want to ruin your chances. So go and talk to Mr. or Mrs. X when they're in a bit of a better mood, basically. I'm just in that sort of mood. Well done, Sahra. What a lovely name, Sahra. I'm just in that sort of mood. I'm just in that sort of mood. I'm sorry. Ignore me. Ignore me. Atife, I might want to leave it for now. Okay. Sorry. You might want to leave it for now. Yeah. Because he is in that sort of mood. He's in that sort of mood. Yes. Maybe I didn't say the in clearly enough. I'm so sorry if I didn't say it clearly enough the first time, but we use in. همیشه معنی منفی میده و معنی بی‌حوصلگی میده. Yes, very good question, thank you. So when someone's in that sort of mood, it usually means they either are frustrated, they're not in the mood, they don't have the patience, they're angry about something, they're very tired maybe. Yeah, it could mean any of these things. Yeah, I did? Okay. I'm just in that sort of mood for Zahra as well. Perfect. Very good. Lovely. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Now, the next one is one of these sentences that I absolutely love. It's a very simple sentence, but the way you say it, the tone of your voice, your facial expression, how you say it can have different meanings. Okay, so this is part of the language that I absolutely love, because you could say it 2 or 3 different ways. The words are the same, the sentence is the same, but how you say it has a special kind of meaning. And this comes down to the culture of the language. Those of you who've been following me for some time, you know that I keep talking about culture, which I think is a very important part of the language. So the sentence is this: it's sort of a big deal. Yeah, it's a very simple sentence. It's sort of a big deal, right? Now, let's say, for instance, you're in a meeting even with family. It doesn't have to be a work meeting. It can just be members of the family getting together, having a serious conversation, which is a kind of meeting, right? And whatever it is that you're doing, you're talking together, and you want to tell other people, yes, this is very important. Please don't ignore it. Please don't forget about it. Please don't put it aside. It's very important, okay? We can say it in one way that means, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Do you not understand that this is an important thing? Do I actually have to tell you? Yeah, so that's quite snappy. It's very inappropriate, isn't it? And this is how we would say it. It's sort of a big deal, with the eyes and the head, as if to say, how do you not know this? I mean, do I have to tell you everything? Can you see it's a very inappropriate tone? And it's more accusational. It makes the listener feel like, oh, sorry, did I say something wrong? Oh, I'm so sorry, right? So when someone says, it's sort of a big deal, it's like, how do you not know this? Oh my God, so it can have a very rude, accusational tone. However, if you say it very softly, usually with a little smile, and just say it softly, it can have a nice meaning as well. So we're all in a meeting, we're having a chat, and I just want to remind people that yes, it's a big deal. I'll say, it's sort of a big deal, yeah? A little bit of a smile. My gestures aren't very pronounced. I mean, when I'm doing this and that, my gestures are very pronounced. Yeah, my gestures are very pronounced. It means I really want you to see my head nodding. But when we use it in a positive way, we're trying not to make the other person feel embarrassed. In the first version, yes, I purposely want to embarrass that person, which is horrible. Yes, it is a big deal. How do you not know this? But in the second version, I don't want to embarrass the person. I just want to say it, so I've said it, but I don't want to embarrass anybody. So I say it softer, usually with a little smile. It's sort of a big deal. Yeah, sort of a big deal. So soft and not so pronounced with the tone. Does that make sense? My gestures are very pronounced. Very good, Otafe. Okay, so does that make sense, what I just said? Because the sentence is exactly the same in both sorts. The words are the same, the sentence is the same, but do you see how the meaning changes? The tone of voice and the gestures really, really make your sentence have different meanings. Does that make sense? Yeah? Was I able to convey what I was trying to say? Samira says yes, thank you. Zahra says yes. Yes, very good. Okay, so hopefully that's completely makes sense. Thank you, Zahra. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Lovely, lovely. Thank you. Because I know I talk a lot. I just hope that it does actually. Fantastic. I just hope that in the lot of talking that I do, I'm able to get my message across as well. Thank you, Leila June. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Okay. So yes, tone and facial expression are very important. Just in brackets, very quickly, before I go to the next one, it's not always just tone and expression that can have a negative meaning of something. Okay, I was actually I just wanted to remind everybody that there is a newsletter that is coming out every Saturday, and hopefully you got yours as well. So there's a newsletter coming out every Saturday. People who haven't got the newsletter, I've put a story on Instagram on my page. I put a story less than an hour ago, and also a link at the bottom. It's a free newsletter that I send out every single week, and it's got the English text. It's also got the Farsi translation as well. So if anybody might feel that their English isn't that level yet, there is also the Farsi translation as well. And in each of these newsletters every week, I try to either teach a obviously I'm teaching conversation. I'm trying to teach either idioms or slang or something about the culture or something useful, hopefully, that you can have. Okay. The one that you're going to get next Saturday, so today's Sunday, the one you're going to get next week is how we can, with words, so this time we're not talking about gestures and stuff, how with words, proper words, you can make something quite negative turn into something positive. Okay, so for instance, I'm giving away some of the newsletter now. You know how sometimes we say, I'm unemployed, I don't have a job. Yeah. To say I'm unemployed, I don't have a job can have a bit of a negative meaning, especially when you're introducing yourself to someone for the first time. Okay, you don't want to give a negative impression. So there's a different way you can say, I don't have a job, I'm unemployed. There's a different way that you can say it, but it has the same meaning. It just sounds a little bit more positive, okay, that you're going to see in Saturday's newsletter. So what I'm trying to say is to make something from negative to positive. Sometimes we use tone and expression. Sometimes we actually change the wording to make it sound more positive. Okay, so that's that. Yes, if anybody wants the newsletter, do sign up. It's absolutely free. It comes out every Saturday for you, every week. It's English and the Farsi version as well. In the English text, if I've used a little bit of a higher level idiom, slang, any kind of word that I think you might not know or you might struggle with the meaning, I've actually put something I call a glossary, like new words. I've put a glossary at the end of the English text with the meaning of what I'm trying to say as well. A little bit like a new word section as well at the end. Okay, very good. Let's get back to tonight's lesson, and I've got 2-3 minutes before I'll let you go. I'll get out of your hair. Okay, the last one. Now this is slang. This last one that I'm going to talk about is slang. I know a lot of you like slang expressions. This, you can use it absolutely anywhere, at work, outside of work. Let's say, for example, I'm going to use the home situation first, and then I'm going to use a hospital situation, and you can think of how you can adapt it to suit any kind of situation that you have, okay? Let's say, for instance, I have my sister who's come over to our house, for example. She's come. You remember my sister? I went to her wedding in America, remember? Some of you said she looks like Phoebe. She does actually. Sometimes she looks like Phoebe from Friends. Anyway, I love my sister so much. We're so close. So let's say, for example, let's say my sister has come over to the UK and she's visiting, for instance, okay? We're all at home and she's at my house. I'm sitting and I'm working away, you know, obviously doing what I do. Let's say, for example, my daughter comes up to me and says, Mummy, I'm hungry, okay? And I'm going to say, go tell your sister, this is what I'm saying, she will sort you out. Go tell your auntie, my sister, go tell your auntie, she will sort you out. In either in English or in Farsi, tell me, what do you think that means? So I'm sitting working. I don't want to get disturbed. You know, my kids know there are certain hours and times that I can't get disturbed. And my daughter says, I'm hungry. Usually I have food ready for my kids. I'm not a bad parent, but this is just an example in a sentence, okay? Please don't call NSPCC. Layla doesn't look after her kids. I do, I promise you. This is just an example in English that my daughter comes up to me and says, I'm hungry. I'm going to say, go and tell your auntie. She will sort you out. Either in English or in Farsi, whichever one you prefer. Can you tell me what it means, please? Very good, very good. She'll handle it. بهت رسیدگی میکنه. به خالت بگو اون کمکت میکنه. رات میندازه، کارتو را میندازه، یه کاریش میکنه، یه چیزی میده بخوری، سیر بشی، بگو خالت راست و ریسش کنه. I've never heard of that before. خالت آماده کنه. Very good. Your auntie will help you. Very good. ردیفش میکنه. رسیدگی میکنه. She will help you. Yeah. She will give you something to eat. Fantastic. خالت ردیفش میکنه. ردیفش میکنه. There's one that I hadn't heard of. راستو روس. What? راست. صاف و صوفش میکنه. راستو. I'm going to have to look at the video again later. Thank you very much. Yes, so she will help you. Fantastic. So she'll sort you out. Lovely. Thank you so much. She will sort you out, which means you have a problem. She will help you with the problem. Okay. Let's go to hospital. Let's get an example of a hospital. Okay. You've gone to hospital, hopefully never, but this is just an example. You've gone to hospital and they've told you, for example, you need to go, we need to test your bloods. We need to do a blood test. We need to test your bloods. Okay, that means you need to do a blood test. And the doctor says, for example, please tell Jackie, Nurse Jackie, she will sort you out. Yeah, so the doctor's saying, I'm not going to do the blood test for you. Jackie, Nurse Jackie will sort you out. So there's a problem, you need some kind of help. She or he, whoever it is, will come and help you. So that's the slang version of saying somebody will sort you out. Somebody will sort you out, okay? I will sort you out, yeah. Sometimes is a threat, Shahzad. Yes, yes it is. Now when you sort someone out, what you've just said, that is a completely different aspect. That is in Farsi again. بهت رسیدگی میکنم. In Farsi it has two different meanings as well, doesn't it? One can be, I'll try and help you, I'll try to solve the problem. One can be بیا اینجا ببینم. I'm going to sort you out, yeah? So it can have two different meanings, absolutely. I'm talking about the one where there is a problem and I'm trying to help, okay? Very good. کمکت میکنه مشکلی نیست. Fantastic. Yes. حسابشو میرسم. Thank you. That's the meaning that we're not talking about tonight. Yes, yes, fantastic. Lovely. Okay. It's just gone 6:30. It's just gone 6:30. So I make it 6:32. I make it 6:32. That means I think looking at my watch, it's 6:32. I make it 6:32, which isn't too bad because sometimes I can go on till 6:45 or whatever, right? So tonight I'm going to let you lovely people go. Continue on with your lovely evening. So these were just a few different versions of sort. If you already knew these, good for you. It really means that your level of English is actually quite good. If you didn't know any of these, that's absolutely fine. That's why I'm here. So if there are still any questions about this, do send me a message in DM and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And please don't forget that there is a newsletter coming out every Saturday, free of charge. It comes out every single week. It's something that I'm trying to teach. It's either about a part of the language or culture or something that I'm trying to teach. And yeah, why not? It's free, right? So hopefully that will help you as well. If you do want to sign up to the newsletter, please check my stories. I've already put the link in the story. There's a picture of me looking very proud, a bit too proud, I think, in one of the pictures. And I've got the Union Jack, which is the flag of the UK behind me. Yeah, that story. So you've got the link there as well. Okay. رفته رفته ساعت شیشه. رفته رفته ساعت شیشه. So when I say it's just gone, that means it has just passed 6:30. Yeah, it's just past 6:30. Very good. Please reach us, I think teach us accent. Teach you accent. Accent is one of those things that I would suggest people, first of all, you have to think to yourself, what kind of accent do you want to practice? Got so many different accents, right? Even if you're talking about British, got lots and lots of different British accents, American, Canadian, wherever they are in the country, they've got their own accent, right? New Zealand or, you know, Australian, anywhere, they've got their own accent. You need to, I think, try and figure out what kind of accent you're specifically interested in. And then if you can, I mean, the gold would be if you could find somebody who has podcasts using that accent and you just keep listening to them. That's great. If not, I'm sure you can search up for videos on YouTube maybe with that kind of accent. If you're looking for some kind of British accent and you live in the UK, then you can go on BBC iPlayer or go on whichever of the channels and you can choose, you know, whatever accent you want. If you want Mancunian accent, which is for Manchester, there is a soap opera called Coronation Street. I've never watched it before, but I know it's full of actors and they all have the Mancunian accent, which is Manchester accent. If you want London accent, East End accent, which is Cockney, they speak very fast and they have a very strong accent, but it's London accent. Then the soap opera is called EastEnders, and I think that's on 4 or 5 times a week. That's on. That is proper East End accent, right? That'll give you a very solid, very good listening experience. A lot of it you might not get if you're still learning English, but at least over time it'll really help with your listening skills. And then if you're looking for Scottish, Welsh, Irish accent, then you might want to tune into those specific channels that speak that kind of accent. Hopefully that'll help. Tariqi Hossein, you're unbeatable in terms of quality of teaching. Well done, Layla. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. What about Geordie? Love Geordie accent, right? Newcastle, Bristol, Newcastle. Yes. If you Google, because I don't know these off the top of my head, I don't know these off the top of my head. So if you just do a little Google, what programs have accent from Bristol, what programs have accent from Newcastle, Geordie accent, I'm sure you'll get something, yeah? Or again in YouTube, you know, documentary, podcast, video with Geordie accent, video with this kind of accent. I'm sure it'll be able to help. What's your accent? My accent is the British Standard English, yeah. Excuse me. Collocation or idioms, I'm not sure completely. Collocation or idioms. So idioms are, for example, what we talked about tonight. One of the idioms was sort something out. That's an idiom. Collocation is when you've got a special noun that is only used with a special kind of verb. Okay. So for example, if you want to talk about washing dishes, you can do the dishes. You can wash the dishes, you can't make the dishes, yeah? You can't have the dishes. There's a special kind of verb that goes with that specific noun. That's called collocation, yeah? Do the homework. You can't make the homework. You have to do the homework every night, stuff like that, okay? There is an Iranian, a decent actor who plays in EastEnders. Is there? I didn't know. Oh, right. I don't watch these soap operas, but I do know the accent that they have. How exciting. That's really good. Can you send link Telegram, please? Zahra Amiri, I'm not sure which Telegram link you're referring to. So in the DM, if you can ask me, I'll try and help, okay? Liverpool won the league title. Congratulations to Liverpool, okay? Make my hair or do my hair. Both are correct. To make my hair. No, sorry, you can't make your hair. You do your hair, yeah? Can you do my hair? It means, can you help me with my hair? Can you make my hair? Make my hair, then you'd need some kind of adjective. Make my hair pretty. Make my hair ready for a wedding. Make my hair suitable for whatever, yeah? Okay, very good. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. I've gone over. I'm so sorry. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you again for tuning in. This video is going to go on YouTube and I will share the link with you very soon. Take care, everybody. Good night. Well done, Liverpool.